The Book of Quotes. Once upon a time, in the beginning of all things, there was darkness. The earth was formless, void, and empty. But then, a voice pierced through the darkness, speaking words that would set in motion the grandest story ever told. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, the voice declared, and with each word spoken, light burst forth, banishing the darkness. God spoke, and the world came to life. Genesis, the first book of the Bible, is a collection of stories that lay the foundation for the journey of humanity. It reveals essential aspects of God's character, his relationship with humanity, and his plan for redemption. In this tale of creation, we find profound truths that continue to shape our understanding of the world and our place in it. As the story unfolds, we encounter the first human beings, Adam and Eve, placed in the Garden of Eden. They enjoy perfect fellowship with their Creator, walking with Him in the cool of the day. However, temptation enters the picture in the form of a serpent, leading Adam and Eve to disobey God's command. This act of disobedience has far-reaching consequences, and sin enters the world. But even in the midst of this fall from grace, there is a glimmer of hope. In Genesis 3:15, God speaks to the serpent, saying, "I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and hers. He will crush your head, and you will strike his heel." This verse reveals the promise of a future Savior, a descendant of Eve, who would conquer sin and restore humanity's relationship with God. Throughout Genesis, we witness the unfolding of this promise. We journey with Noah, a righteous man who finds favor with God amidst a wicked world. God instructs Noah to build an ark, and through him, humanity is given a second chance. The story of Noah and the flood demonstrates God's judgment upon sin, as well as his mercy in preserving a remnant of humanity. Another significant figure in Genesis is Abraham, whom God calls to leave his homeland and embark on a journey of faith. In Genesis chapter 12 verses 1-3, God makes a covenant with Abraham, promising to bless him and make his descendants into a great nation. Through Abraham's lineage, the promised Savior would ultimately come into the world. This covenant establishes the foundation for God's plan of redemption, showcasing his faithfulness and the importance of trust in his promises. The story continues with Joseph, the favored son who is sold into slavery by his jealous brothers. Yet, even in the midst of Joseph's trials and tribulations, we witness God's sovereignty and his ability to bring about good from difficult circumstances. In Genesis chapter 50 verse 20, Joseph declares to his brothers, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." This verse reminds us that God can turn even the most dire situations into opportunities for his purposes to be fulfilled. As we delve into Genesis, we encounter tales of faith, obedience, and the consequences of disobedience. We witness the human struggle with sin, as well as God's relentless pursuit of his people. From the story of the Tower of Babel to the account of Jacob wrestling with God, we gain insights into the complexities of human nature and the profound depths of God's love and grace. Genesis lays the groundwork for the narrative that unfolds throughout the rest of the Bible. It highlights the need for redemption and sets the stage for the coming of Jesus Christ, the fulfillment of God's promise to crush the head of the serpent. It showcases God's desire for a relationship with humanity, as well as the importance of faith, obedience, and trust in his plans. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe and comment.